Reagan's request. She met them during the president's visit, and she brought them back for the life-saving surgery. Since the operations will take place out on Long Island, children flew almost immediately from Washington right here to New York. The Reagans brought back two additional passengers.
8:05 na po na umaga, nagbabalik ang The Morning Show at yung video na nakita nyo yun ay mga dalawang Korean na bata na merong congenital heart disease, and 1 out of 100 na mga bata ay nagkakaroon ng sakit na yan sa buong mundo. At noong, that was I think in the 1960s nung nangyari yan, no? We have that little boy when he was just 4 years old. We have him right now and he's a bit older. Kasama natin this morning's Brett Halvorson o Lee Kil-woo of the Gift of Life International Philippines. Good morning.
Good morning.
You were 4 years old then, and now how old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Okay,
Yes.
Tell us about that story. Why were you with how were you chosen to be one of the beneficiaries of this Gift of Life?
Well, the Gift of Life organization started through the Rotary Club out of New York, and they had been helping Korean children. And in 1983, the board members of Gift of Life had a crazy idea and wrote to the White House because they knew that the president and Mrs. Reagan was going to be in Korea. And so they told them about the Gift of Life organization and requested that they would bring back some children on their way back to the States. And Mrs. Reagan agreed to bringing 2 children back.
So you rode an Air Force One from
Yes.
Korea going to the U.S.
That's correct.
Wow, and then you had your operation there.
In New York, yes.
You still remember that?
I remember very little of it, as I was 4. But what I do remember is that these complete strangers were loving me and caring for me, and I had no idea who they were. But that's one of the unique memories that I have of them.
And after the operation, you were adopted by an American family.
Yes, I was adopted shortly after. I went back to Korea for about 6 or 7 months, and then I was adopted by an American family.
And you grew up there.
Grew up in the States, yes.
Now you're going around helping the Gift of Life Foundation.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about your work.
Well, in 2007 is when I reunited with the Gift of Life. And I am just trying to use this unique story to raise awareness about congenital heart defects around the world. And as you mentioned, 1 out of 100 children that are born with this defect. It's the #1 congenital disease in children.
And it's very expensive to get surgery for this, right?
Absolutely. And so we make agreements with hospitals worldwide to charge us a minimum amount. And we raise the money to pay for these surgeries. And in the Philippines here, we have right now on a waiting list of over 800 children.
Wow.
And these families are families that cannot afford to pay. So this is where the Gift of Life Philippines comes in and tries to raise awareness, raise the money, and work with these hospitals in the Philippines. And some of these countries, they do not have the capabilities or the hospitals or the surgeons that can perform this. But in the Philippines, you do. And we're very thankful for the Philippine Heart Center that we're working with now, as well as National Children's Hospital. But we're trying to get more because there's such a big backlog of children.
How many kids have you helped?
Well,
all through
Gift of
these
Life
years?
International, collectively, of all of our different chapters around the world, since 1975 when it started, we've helped over 11,000.
11,000.
11,000 children.
And here in the Philippines, we need to help 800. How much would it cost for one child to have that surgery?
Well, it depends on the hospital, but we pay an average around $2,000
$2,000.
per operation.
And we do the operation here.
Yes.
And how do you choose the children that will be helped?
We don't choose them, the doctors. We let the doctors, we're not professionals in the medical field. So the doctors do the diagnosis and they choose who to operate on. But as I say, we operate on all of them, but it's just getting down that list.
And how are you now health-wise? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. After the operation, you know, I lived a normal life. I grew up playing sports, and I'm very active. I was normal after the surgery, and without the gift of life, without the Rotarians that are involved, I would not be here today. So I feel blessed, and I want to give back to these other children.
And you found your parents, right? You met with them
Yes.
recently. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a long story, but I reunited with my family also in 2007. And it was by miracles and coincidences. It was when I reunited with Mrs. Reagan, when I found her to thank her personally. The media was there, and one of my biological family members saw the news article. And that's how I was able to reunite with my
So they
family.
got in touch.
Yes.
And how did you feel about that?
It was the best days of my life, because as an adopted child, and I believe a lot of children can relate, you always have the question, you know, why?
Why me?
Why me?
Yeah.
Why was I put up for adoption? And when I found out the story, it was very touching for me. And yeah, it has been the best days. And 2007 was the best year of my life, reuniting with Mrs. Reagan and the gift of life and my family. Yes.
So now you're going around trying to help other children to benefit also from this, like you have. But you know, yours was really unique because it was the First Lady and the President of the United States that brought you to Korea for this particular surgery. I'm sure that, you know, if ever that will happen, be one in a million, right?
Yes.
Looking back, how do you see that? You've been very, very blessed. But okay, from where you started, and then a change of tremendous change in your luck. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as I said, you know, I believe, especially now, everything happens for a reason in life. And after getting to learn about the gift of life and this heart disease, I believe I was put in this position. Call it destiny, I don't know. But with my unique story, I believe I can help raise awareness about this disease. And, you know, my life has been a blessing, and I just want to return that for these kids and let them have a second lease on life. And, you know, like I said before, without the Rotarians, without the hospitals, the doctors that work with us, this would not be possible.
Okay, for those who are interested in donating or helping out, who do they get in touch with?
You can go to the website giftoflifeinternational.org, and you can donate there, as well as if you want more information, you can go to rotarymakatiwest.org, and there's a phone number, and you can call, and someone can inform you about the organization.
Or if they know Eric and Rosana Angeles, they can get in touch with them.
Absolutely.
We'll give their number to you. Just get in touch with NBN Channel 4. Will help also.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so thank you very much, and
Thank
good
you.
luck. And by the way, he's still single, so good luck and good morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was Brett Halvorson or Lee Kilwoo of the Gift of Life International Philippines. Magbabalik po. Meron po tayong video dito, yung Pangalay. Sasayaw sila? Sasayaw pala sila live. Pangalay Tausug Cultural Dance. This will be performed by Alden Urin, isa sa mga kasali dito sa Dayaw Festival na ating ipinagdiriwang ngayong buwan ng Oktubre, ang buwan ng ating mga katutubo. Narito pa, panoorin natin.